Do scholarships cover everything? In this video, I am going to respond to that question. There are two types of scholarships. There is a full scholarship and there is a partial scholarship. With a full scholarship, most of the things are going to be covered. With a full scholarship, they are going to cover your tuition. They are also going to cover your upkeep allowance. When I say tuition, I mean full tuition. They're going to pay everything that concerns your tuition, and you don't have to worry about anything that has to do with your tuition. In terms of your upkeep, they are going to give you an adequate upkeep allowance. And the upkeep allowance is usually calculated based on the cost of living of where you're going to be doing your studies. It is meant to keep you comfortable. It is not really meant to make you rich. So when you're thinking about a scholarship and your upkeep allowance, it is always very important to be very sober when you're thinking about it. Other scholarships within the full scholarships category, they even provide extra help. They may give you support in terms of your immigration fees. They may cover transportation if you're going to be taking an English language proficiency test. They may even pay for that English language proficiency test. Once you graduate or you finish your studies, they also give you a startup capital. There are certain scholarships that are able to do that. But overall, the basic scholarships under the category of full scholarships are going to cover the two main things: tuition and your upkeep. The second type of scholarship is what is called a partial scholarship. With a partial scholarship, it covers an element of your scholarship. So this may be covering your tuition, this may be covering your upkeep. It may also be percentages when it comes to either your tuition or your upkeep. For example, you may have a scholarship that covers 50% of your tuition. That is in the category of partial scholarship. So before you apply for a scholarship, it is very important that you get an understanding of what is covered in the scholarship that you are applying for. Is it a full scholarship? Is it a partial scholarship? If it's a full scholarship, what is covered in your full scholarship? What is the monthly allowance that you're going to be receiving? Is it adequate as compared to your needs? Do you need to have plans? If you're thinking of bringing in your family, is that allowance going to be adequate? So these are some of the questions that you should be able to ask yourself. When you move to the partial scholarship, again, ask yourself some questions. Am I going to be able to cover the deficit? So say, for example, if it's a 50% scholarship tuition, how am I going to find the other 50%? If it's 100% covering tuition but upkeep is on you, also ask yourself, how am I going to afford to find money? The last thing that you want is to get into a situation where you are uncomfortable because you did do adequate research when it comes to the coverage of your scholarship. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.